G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of U-Boat on board U-552. We've had some recent success with sinking the Nelson and also some good patrols out in the southwest of the UK. But today's episode we're actually heading out and we're going to go and do the Enigma recovery, which is just somewhere off the northwest coast of the UK. And then hopefully after that we'll be out hunting again and try and sink some tonnage, but there's missions on the board and we might as well try and tick a few of them off, as well as trying to sink some tonnage as well. So a quick look at the map, and here's the attack scupper flow, but we're not going to do that because we sunk the Nelson there in the English Channel, so we don't really need to be doing that. That's the only other reason we would go to scupper flow. The Enigma recovery is just off the west coast of Scotland there, and then after that we'll head on down into the Celtic Sea and try and pick up some ships from these shipping lanes down here. Well, we're pretty much here at the Enigma recovery spot. We haven't had any trouble getting in here as of yet, and hopefully, I don't know what's going to be here, if there's going to be any ships, but I've done the gold retaking in the past, and there's often you do the mission and then straight away some ships come charging in at you. So I'm not sure how it's going to work with this one. But okay, we just spotted a ship there, apparently. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to put ourselves to a stop and we will analyze the situation. So it's just a fast craft here. That's got depth charges on it, obviously. There's another ship there with it too. So we'll just stick around. If we can, we'll try and sink them, get them out of the way. But if they're going to be cruising around, it's going to be very difficult to get a solution made up. Yeah, there they go. They're making turns. It looks like they're kind of heading right for us, actually. So we better probably get one of our engineers to drop out a decoy. But we better get some red lights going. We're in the dark now. So we'll get our guy here to go and throw one of our decoys out of the back. And then we'll move in and we'll sit tight for a little while. And if these guys are just going to keep irritating us and annoying us, I don't really know what we're going to do, because, like I said, not going to be easy to get a solution. So it would help if we actually moved away from the decoy, if they're going to come charging at it. So hopefully we can get around them and we'll move in. We'll sit tight, see what they're going to do, if they are going to play ball. And if they're not, then we're going to have to try and do something with them. Not really keen for a surface engagement, because that would be the end of us. And I don't know what their routine is going to be. Hopefully they go chasing this decoy and then never come back. Give us a minute to do what we need to do, but I think we actually need to be up on the surface to do what we want to do. So let's just wait and see. Well, they're dropping depth charges, but it doesn't seem like they're anywhere near us. They must be going for that decoy. So we'll keep moving in, and hopefully we're going to be all good. But we will sit tight when we get there, and just make sure that these guys are not coming at us again. And we'll wait for us to be in the clear before we surface up. So we're probably not going to be able to see what it is that we're looking for just yet. We'll get right in there. And then we're obviously going to have to send in a diver, and to do that we'll need to be up on the surface. And I don't know if we should maybe go back to periscope depth once we've done that, if we can, or would it fail the mission? So we'll just kind of have to see what's up. We kind of drifted a little bit far here, so let's move back just a touch. And we'll see what the situation is. Obviously we're going to sit still for just a little bit. We've got to make sure that these guys are not coming anywhere near us. I don't know how long it's going to take, and we're going to be sitting up on the surface for a while. So should we just go for it? I don't really know what's going to happen. Hopefully we're not going to end up just getting sunk. So let's just go for it. Recharge up the compressed air while we do it. So now we can send ourselves a diver. There's a wreck on the seafloor. How shall we proceed? Send a diver. And this guy at the bottom here has the diver ability, but we'll need to remove the decoys to do that and equip the diving suit. So we're going to go jump down now and inspect the wreck. It's going to take a little while to get there actually. Well, that should be alright. Hopefully we're going to be all good. We're only relying on sight right now. We don't have the hydrophone going. So hopefully there's going to be no aircraft or no ships coming in. So it's just a bit of a... We'll keep a lookout. I don't really know what we're going to do if it all goes tits up here. Okay, so we've got the wreckage down. Let's see what the options are. After being lowered to the conning tower, he tries to open the hatch, but without any success. It's badly damaged. Opening it will take effort and time, so we'll go through the escape hatch. Let's see how long this is going to take you. A little while. Well, that's okay. So now he's managed to enter the crew quarters through the escape hatch in the galley. The hatch leading towards the control room is locked. Well, try to open the hatch. We need to be quick here. Can't be sitting around like this all night. Well, there's a good bit of reading here. So we've managed to unlock the hatch, tried to open it, couldn't do that. Okay, so surprise, he heard a few knocks and faint human voices afterwards. Okay. He's managed to communicate with the people in the control room, the radio man assistant. They're trapped in there for many days. Well, try and return and open up the main hatch, I suppose. Looks like the option that we are going to be taking. Feel free to pause the video and read all of this if you really want to. Fair bit of reading. So how long is it going to take us to do that? And now we're going to be able to recover the people that are stuck in the boat. And they're going to be coming home with us. They're going to come back out on patrol. Opening the hatch installed on the conning tower. It's badly damaged. It's going to take a few minutes. Okay. Well, don't take too long, mate. Need to get back out and get on patrol. So we've got a message coming in, which is probably about a ship or convoy somewhere there. Okay. So just about done. Oh, good. Objective complete. We've got a bit of damage on board, though. I don't know what's happened here. There's something happened while we've been taking an eye on this guy doing the diving. We've got a bit of damage. A couple of guys who are damn near dead. So we're going to have to get all that sorted out. But it doesn't look like there's anything attacking us. So I don't know where all this has come from. Could have been an aircraft that flew over us or something while we were doing the mission. That's kind of why I wanted to be down at periscope depth. But didn't really get that option. But anyway, we've survived it. So we'll just get our radio man's our medic. We'll get him to do a bit of healing. Heal these guys up. And then we can return to the port. But that'll be a very short video. So we may as well go and try and use up all of our torpedoes. We'll get out there and do some attacks. And hopefully pick ourselves up a few thousand tons today. And complete a mission. So we should get quite a lot of experience when we get back. Not that we really need it. We've got heaps of money. And we're working our way towards other medals. But we should be sweet. So we'll cruise on down to the Celtic Sea. Maybe a little bit out more towards the Atlantic today. Go out to the Black Pit. See if we can pick ourselves up a good convoy out there. Really hoping that we can find an aircraft carrier at some point. We haven't found one yet. And we've taken down the Nelson. So the next biggest thing that we should be doing is trying to get an aircraft carrier or two. But obviously taking down convoys is the game. So let's go. We'll try and do a bit of hunting. See how far we can get with that. Well, let's have a look and see what this is. We've been tracking this thing for a little bit. It's just a lone Empire. And she's flying British flags. So there's no point trying to torpedo this thing. We may as well just use our deck gun. So we'll get up onto the surface. And we will put this thing down. We haven't found ourselves any large convoys yet, so we're still hunting for that. But we've got ourselves a good start. We may as well take this thing down. So let's surface up, put the diesel compressors on, and we'll get our captain up onto the gun. And we'll get this thing down, and it'll be a nice little start for us today. And hopefully after this we can pick ourselves up a nice big juicy convoy. Right, there we go. Sunk ourselves it was actually a tanker. Looked a lot like a Empire, but it was a tanker, 6,000 tons. She goes on down. There's another ship cruising nearby as well. We're going to try and intercept that and have a quick look, see what it is, and hopefully be a repeat the process kind of deal. So there we go, that's our first name taken care of. We'll have a little look on the lifeboat. Is there any captains? No, but we'll take all the passengers that we can anyway, just to get some extra XP when we get back. So we may as well continue on. So this other ship was somewhere over here. We'll go and have a look and see what it is. If we can, we'll attack it. If we can't, we may as well let it run on. So we'll tidy up the map, have a quick gaze, get on over, get this periscope depth just in case it's something aggressive. Yeah, so there it is. I knew it wasn't far away. Not going to take us too long to see what it is. Let's just close it in. Here we go, we got a visual. What are we? It's a C3. But she's flying Argentinian flags, so they're neutral. We won't bother attacking that, we'll get moving. And we're going to try and pick ourselves up a decent convoy somewhere out in the Atlantic and hopefully be a success. Okay, we got some action. We have 9 to 21 ships here, so we'll start plotting where they're heading. Hopefully they're heading towards us, and it looks like they are. Oh, so we can drift in and hopefully meet them just a little bit in front of where we are. We've got some tired staff here though. Man on the hydrophone's a little bit tired, so we'll just plot a line and hopefully we can be in front of them by the time they get there, or we get there. So let's speed up that process. Full speed ahead. Try and get in there, close that distance. Now we need to actually make sure that our guy on the hydrophone isn't going to pass out and go and have a nap. Give him a few cups of coffee, and hopefully, yeah, we should be there well ahead of them, so that should be right. It's quite a large group, which is good. That's what we want to see. Hopefully we can dismantle quite a few of this today. We want to probably just back away from that line there actually. We don't want to be too close. If it's a 21 ship convoy, it's going to be quite wide. It's probably going to be out as far as what we are. So we'll just hang about somewhere near the line. 5k's off is normally pretty good until we make a contact. 9 to 21 ships, it might be a little bit much. Don't know how much devastation we can cause here, but we'll do our best to take down some big names. Hopefully there's a couple of tankers or something in here. It would be better as a aircraft carrier as my main objective from here on out. All the cargo ships are nice and all that, but after taking down the Nelson, I want to get myself an aircraft carrier, and obviously focusing on the tonnage as well. So we're just kind of bobbing in and out. Make sure that we're not too close, not too far away from this line. Let's just let them get there. Okay. So what do we got? Better suss out an angle first before we do anything. See what they're traveling at. There's not really a good north to south line, so we just zoom right in like this. You can just about make some lines there. So they're doing roughly 75. Not too bad, we'll go with that. Now we'll let the rest of them just move in, and we'll start picking off some targets hopefully in a second. Shouldn't be too long until we get some visual here. Okay, we got a destroyer right out close to our boat. That's what I was concerned about the most. So let's back away from that, and he doesn't look like he's doing 75 degrees either, so we better change a plan and figure out what he's actually doing. It doesn't look like they're traveling at the same. Maybe they've made a turn. Yeah, so it's just slightly less, which is fine. Plenty of time to work out the solution, but we can start having a look at what's actually in here. Okay, we've got a Norwegian Empire, so we won't be attacking that. We've got a British C3, that's a possible target for us. And another Empire, that's deck gun worthy, that one. And a nice big Liberty. So Liberty and the C3 are going to be the priority targets here, but this destroyer looks like a, what do you call those? I think it's a town class maybe. That needs to go. And then I think we'll move on over to the opposite side of the convoy and try and take down the C3 or the Liberty on the next strike. But for now, this town class really needs to go, because that is going to come running for us if we start doing anything else. We got the red lights on, we're all good. So a bit of a nighttime attack here. Don't mind attacking at night, it's the best time to do it. Probably not the best time for recording videos, but you know, it is what it is. Gotta do what's needed in game, can't speed up time. Where are we? There you are. Just about make it out. So I'm pretty sure it's town class. It's got the 4 small funnels on it. Just double check. Yep, town class. Course, all goods. Speed might be a little bit tricky right now because she's quite far away and these sea conditions are a little bit choppy. So I think we'll let that move in a bit. And then we'll get a speed reading. And we could probably stop the boat fairly soon. We want to make sure that we're in range of the torpedo. 5 kilometers is our maximum. So we'll let them all move in. And there's a couple more destroyers have come into the picture as well. So we might need to take those out, but hopefully we want to start taking down some cargo. It's a little bit tricky to get the distance on this as well, actually, because of those waves. But we better do our speed check now. And we'll stop the clock there. She's doing 6 knots. One torpedo is probably going to be enough to take down this town class destroyer. Hopefully it is. If it's not, then it's going to be a bit of an issue. But she's just at a bit of a funny angle at the moment. So if we look at the map, yeah, we want to be firing a little bit more straightforward out of the boat. So we'll just let that move forward a little bit and then we'll take our shot. So round about here will be pretty decent. So tube 4 away. And there we go, one massive good hit there on that town class. She is ablaze hard and fully depleted of health there, and hopefully the flooding, yeah, that happened real fast. She is done for. Now, you never know with the destroyers, sometimes one's enough and sometimes it's not, so good to see that the town classes are going down very easy. So we want to get onto the other side over there because there's a couple of big ships that we want to take down. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of destroyers that come out over towards us and try and hunt us down. Yeah, we got one coming straight across there. So we might as well chuck one of our decoys out. That's what they're there for. Now that we've got them, we should be using them. They definitely are quite handy when you're trying to get away from the attacking destroyers. So we can put that out and we can get to the other side of the convoy. And we should be able to do that quite easily undetected. And we're back with them. We're just pretty decent position here. They should have all chilled out a little bit since that last attack now. I think we'll be in a good time to attack something. So it looks like they may have changed course slightly. Yeah, just a couple of degrees, but it might be enough to throw a torpedo off. So it's always good to check every time. So we're going to go for the C3 here. That's the closest thing to us and it's probably the most valuable. I don't know who's been doing these workings out, but they're not very good. So we'll just make sure that we plug everything in ourselves. Distance. She should be, yeah, she's a little bit more than 1500. I don't know who's doing that. And a quick speed check just to double check. If she's doing anything more than sort of 6 or 7, she might not be fully calmed down yet. And what are we doing? We are doing 6. Perfect. 2 torpedoes. Hopefully it's going to be enough. I can never tell how many to do with a C3. Sometimes 2's enough, sometimes 3's needed. I don't really know, but tube 2 and 3 are going. Well, holy, I've never seen this. A C3 that's had the front end blown off completely. Normally 2 torpedoes will leave it sitting here dead in the water and I've got to finish it up with a deck gun, so that is awesome. First time I've ever seen that. Damn, I was expecting, like I just said, to have to come back and finish that up with a deck gun. But there we go. That's a C3 straight down to the bottom. So what we're going to do is continue on. We'll stay in front of the convoy, get out to the wide side, and we'll start trying to pick something else off. Now there was a Liberty in here somewhere, and that's what I want to go for next. That's where the tonnage is, and I don't really know if we're going to have much opportunity for deck gunning too much with this convoy. It's quite a large one, and we don't really have enough torpedoes to do everything. So anything that's flying a neutral flag like that, we don't want to be dealing with it. We just want to take down the British and American. And Liberty there is what we're going to go for. And that looked like a big ship on the map, but it's actually not. It's just an Empire. Alright, sun's out now. Nice early morning for it. here's our Liberty. So let's start getting everything all organized. So recognize let. Let's say Liberty. Perfect. They're back to what they were doing a little while ago. 68 degrees now. Distance. I don't think I'm convinced with that. Like I say, always best to double check. Can't trust the AI too much when it comes to these workings out. And also we need to do the speed check just to make sure that they still calm down from that C3 that we just tore apart. So let's have a look and see what she's up to. And she is doing 6 knots. Perfect. Now, are we going to have the same luck as with the C3? You never know what happens when you fire 2 torpedoes, but a Liberty, she's a big beast. We need a couple of torpedoes at least. So tube 1 and 2. Go away. Let's see what damage you can cause. Well, 2 good hits there on that Liberty and a good fire, but not the same luck as with the C3. So hard to predict what you actually need to launch at a ship like this. Would have been nice to see the front end fall off again, but not to be. So hopefully this fire is going to cause a lot more damage, and at worst we'll finish it off with the deck gun. But yeah, not as good as what I was hoping for. Damage is going down though. There we go. She's going. Now it's just the flooding. Is it going to go down, or is it going to sit here ablaze like this for a little while? We might have to either let the convoy cruise on past, or we'll stick with it. But yeah, that damage, that water is actually going on pretty hard and fast there actually. Well, there we go. Looks like she is going to go. So all is not as it seems. She is going to burn her way under the waves. That's not too bad. 2 nice big ships there for us as well. So we do get a bit of tonnage today. Now I don't know what else is in this convoy. I want to try and see if there's something else that we can attack. The main objective of the day was obviously recovering the Enigma, but there's still a couple of ships here in this convoy. Worth having a look. So we will have a quick check just to make sure. But it looks like they're splitting off into smaller groups now. And they're all over the place, aren't they? What are they doing? We'll just have a quick look around. So we've got an Empire. That would be a deck gun job. What have we got here? A Norwegian Empire. Won't be attacking that. Another Norwegian Empire. There's quite a few neutral ships here. Another Norwegian Empire. I think we're just going to let these guys move on, I think. And we're back at port. So we've got a couple of medals for the boys. Good on ya. Well done. Hopefully we get ourselves a new medal as well. Don't want these guys getting all the credit for other stuff. It's all about the captain for us. So you get yourself a nice little belt buckle or something. Is that what it is? Or a badge. And an Iron Cross 2nd class. Saw one of those on Facebook the other day. It's like $250 or something. Don't know why someone's selling that. And we are proceeding towards our next decoration, but we get one of those as well. So we did the Enigma. That was what we wanted to do. And next up, I really want to try and join the French port if possible, so that we can start actually getting out into the Atlantic a little bit more often, because it seems to be all of our jobs given to us are just around the British Isles, and they're all good on that, but I want to get out and get some big convoys. So we still managed to get 21,000 tons. We only sunk 4 ships all up though, and one of them was a destroyer. But we got the Enigma, and that was the objective of the day, so it wasn't the worst outing we've had. So that's that, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I know it's just one of the standard missions that are on the map, but we did get a few ships today, and got to do the missions. That's what they're there for. It's not all about sinking big names and big ships, although I do like to do that. But hopefully you enjoyed it either way, so give the video a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next week for another episode.